guys, and welcome back to Teacher School Builders. If this is your first time, stop. This is one in a series of videos designed to help you or to teach you how to start a school step by step from the ground up. It is designed to go hand in hand with an article I wrote, and that is linked below. So if you are new here, you want to make sure that you start by watching this video or clicking on that article, okay? If you're not new here and you're going to continue to watch this video, I want to make sure you know who I am. My name is Cindy Lumpkin, and I am a teacher who started her own school over 8 years ago. And no, I did not have a lot of money. Probably a bit naive, and I had a lot of passion and faith, but that's all I needed. And I'm telling you right now, it was one of the best things that I've ever done. And since that time, and when people started learning more about my story, I've gotten so many teachers who would say, hey, show me how to do that. What did you do? How did you do that? And so forth. So for the last couple of years, people would reach out to me and I would try to help everybody to the point that it became very overwhelming. So I started to develop a course in which I decided I didn't want to sell this information because I believe in this, and I believe in this movement of teachers starting their own schools so that they can thrive as well as their students. So anyway, here I am. Finally, I've poured all of my extra time into creating content so that you guys could really delve into it with the hopes that it will be enough for you to be able to jumpstart your own journey in starting your school. Well, listen, today we are going to be talking about accreditation. And this is not going to be a long video, right? Because here's the thing. This is going to look different state by state, okay? And so some states require some type of certification, some type of accreditation, but some states do not either. And then again, it really depends on what your business model is. I am seeing a lot more teachers, instead of saying that they're starting a school, they're actually kind of starting these like homeschooling pods, right? So they might work with students under like a homeschooling title. So you wouldn't need accreditation if you don't want that, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you a little bit why I decided to get accredited. I actually live in a major metropolitan area, so there's lots of competition. And yet I wanted to distinguish myself, right? I wanted people to be able to look at my program and know that it was quality. In addition, I wanted to participate in our school choice program. So there are more and more states who are actually allowing students, and a lot of times students with disabilities, and some states are even doing gen ed students, to take a percentage of their money and go on to private schools or tutoring centers and homeschooling programs. Like, all these states are different, so the requirements are different. So you're just going to have to really look at your particular state. And in the article, there is like what I call the requirement Bible, and I can't remember what section it's under right now, but there is a link to this really thick document that really goes into detail the different requirements state by state. Now, you should not just rely on that because this is a third party, right? Your State Department will be the one who would have to really tell you step by step. And do not get confused with wording, okay? I've had people come back and say, oh, they said that you didn't have to be certified or registered. That's the term. No, registered. You didn't have to be registered. And what that meant was, or what the person was telling them, there's like no place at the Department of Ed that you have to go and say, I'm a school and I'm doing XYZ. All right, for that particular state. Hey guys, really quickly, I'm super excited to share about my new book. This is a guided planner that will take you step by step from naming your school to opening your doors, all in 12 months. What's even better, if you need more time or less time, that's okay. It's designed to be self-paced. Link is in bio. Being accredited also does not have to affect you getting grants. So if you are a nonprofit or even for-profit, because there are some grants for for-profits out there too. They're not as easy to come by, but there are. It does not have to impact that. But I'm almost positive that if your school is a school choice program, that may be one of the things that is impacting it. And generally, and this is coming from my state, there are several different organizations. A lot of times you have your religious organizations that can give some type of accreditation. Then there are also like the same type of accrediting bodies that accredit the public schools. Now, those are a lot more strenuous. I chose not to even attempt to try that because the requirements are just so massive and I wasn't there. But certainly there were other organizations that the requirements were less, and I don't want to say easier, but it was not as strenuous and it was easier for me. Now, if you do live in the state of Georgia, I am developing a course for this particular state that will help you walk through that process, particularly if you want SB funds. So if you are someone from the state of Georgia, you're interested in that, then drop me a link below. This is something that you are going to really have to think more about from your particular state because I'm not an expert in it. Now, I do know most states do not require all programs to be accredited. That is going to be definitely up to you. But for me, that was important, right? I wanted to do that. Often the region and or state determines which accrediting agencies you should think about selecting to get accredited through. Some are harder than others, okay? And so I would encourage you to really look around at other modest programs. If you can find one that it's smaller or closest to what you have, maybe call and say, hey, are you accredited? And then if they say yes, oh, well, what agency are you accredited through, right? And so there are some that are for religious purposes. Then there are others that is, across the board. Once again, you just kind of have to research that. Here are some of the accrediting bodies that serves the Georgia area. And I am actually a member of the Georgia Accrediting Commission. And so that has served us well. At this point, I haven't had the need to look outside of it. It serves our purposes. And that's pretty much it for accreditation. Like I said, you don't generally have to. It just depends on what it is that you want, what your mission is, and how you are going to develop your business. And even if you want it to be accredited, it doesn't have to start out that way. That could be something you work towards. So once again, I would encourage you to yield to your state department, ask a lot of questions so that you know what is best for you and at what time. So if you have any other questions that I can answer, make sure you drop them below. And I hope you guys are finding these helpful. Bye.